Hello. Sorry about that. We were just having some technical issues. So we're going to go live now, and then obviously this will go straight up onto the YouTube channel. So massive apologies, but there was a big echo, which was um, for having a nice peaceful yoga class. So what I was saying was, well done for making it to your mat, for finding this time in your day to practice yoga. So all you need is a mat or a space where you can lie down. So just come down to lie on your mat and we are going to start. So it's a good opportunity to just turn off anything that's going to distract you. So if you've got vibrating watches or pings or phones, just see if you can pop them all to the side, because for the next 45 minutes, all you have to worry about is remembering to breathe in and out through the nose. And we're going to focus today a lot on just the common things that come up for us if we are stationary for too long. So if we've been sat at our desk all morning, how are some of the ways that we can work on the yoga tension to help realign the body, to help realign the spine? And we just start here lying down. So we've got this opportunity to just let go of the morning that we've had or the day that we've had, and tune into whatever energy that we're bringing onto the mat right now. So paying attention to what's going on in the body, paying attention to whatever's going on in your mind. And as you exhale, just start to let it all go. So taking a nice deep inhale through the nose. And a nice long exhale. 2 more times, inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling, breathing in fresh energy and oxygen. And exhaling, letting go of anything that's not going to serve you for the rest of this practice. Excellent. One last time, see if you can take the longest, deepest inhale of your whole day so far. Exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to bend into the right knee, interlace the fingers around the top of the right shin, and just start to squeeze the knee down towards the shoulder. You're pushing your left leg away, and if that feels a bit intense, you can just bend into the left leg. So every exhale, we just squeeze and hug the knee a little bit closer towards the shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. Just release that right leg all the way away from you. And then we're going to inhale, left leg in towards the body. Interlace the fingers around the top of the left shin. Slide the fingers along one so it's not the same grip that you had on the other side. You're either pushing the right leg away from you or you're bending into that right knee. Whatever feels better for your body, as we hug and squeeze the knee down towards the shoulder, breathing here. Two more breaths. Excellent. Releasing the left leg all the way away from you. And then as you inhale, we're going to bend both knees at the same time, bring them in towards the chest, wrap the arms around the top of the shins, releasing the head back down, hugging the knees in towards the body, holding on to wrists, forearms, elbows, fingertips, whatever you can grab hold of. Releasing the sit bones to the mat, the shoulders to the mat, breathing here. One more deep inhale. And one more deep exhale. Excellent. Releasing the legs away from you. Just keep a bend in the knees, soles of the feet to the floor. Arms go a little bit wider of the body. And as you exhale, knees to the left, gaze goes to the right. Inhale, bring the knees to center, and then exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. And we're just going to move through windscreen wipering the knees, just like this. Getting nice lateral rotation into your spine. Just starting to move the body a little bit more. Excellent. Coming all the way back up to center. Just cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And we're gently pushing the right thigh away from us. Or you could take both hands underneath the left thigh and just start to hug the knee in towards the body. So from here, you could stay working here, or you could push the right elbow into the right thigh. Try and keep those shoulders relaxed as you start to get this external rotation into the right hip. And you're breathing here. Taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. Slowly releasing the left foot to the mat, unhooking the ankle. Take a moment. Left ankle comes on top of the right thigh. And you might want to stay here just pushing the thigh away from the body. You might want to take both hands underneath the right thigh and hug the knee in towards the chest, head releasing back to the mat, shoulders relaxed. And then maybe even pushing the left elbow into the inner left thigh as we just take a couple of breaths here. One more time. Excellent. Release the right foot down, unhook the left elbow. Take a moment of stillness. And then bring the knees in towards the body again. This time, hands to the back of the knees. And we're just going to rock gently from left to right. And then maybe draw circles with the knees in one direction and then in the other. And then we're going to start to rock forwards and backwards, taking little movements at first, and then getting bigger and bigger, having a little play around with it, have a little rock and roll, coming all the way up, rocking back down, doing that a couple of times, and then coming all the way up to a seated position. So you can go cross-legged, or you can bend the knees, sit the hips on the heels, whatever feels best for you. And then we're going to take the right hand across the body to the outside of the left knee. So you can do that if your bum is on your heels, or you can hold on to the knee like this. And then we're going to bring the left arm over the top, left arm and left hand grabbing hold of the right knee. I'm showing you this from the side because from here we're going to take cat and cow pose. So as you inhale, we're rocking forwards on those hips. Chest comes forwards, throat opens, gaze goes up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, suck the belly button in, tuck the chin, rock backwards on those sit bones. Nice. Take 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhaling, rock. You're feeling an opening across the shoulder blades here. Time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Excellent. Coming back up to seated. Keep the arms crossed, but just see if you can bend at the elbows. You've got the right arm underneath, the left arm on top, and you're bending at the elbows. Sounds a little bit odd, but we're just going to create a nice opening into our shoulders. See if you can get the palms to wrap around and touch each other. You might not be able to, not a problem. Option, take hold of the shoulders. Holding onto the shoulders, really feel like you're pulling the shoulder blades apart. If you manage to wrap the palms around each other, maybe start to reach the fingertips away from the body. And keep sucking the belly button in, sitting up tall, relax the shoulders, neck is long. Take 2 more breaths here. Excellent. Unravel, unwind through those arms. Just bring the arms down beside you. And we're going to circle the wrists forwards. As we inhale, bring the arms all the way up above the head. And as you exhale, circle the wrists backwards, arms come all the way down. Excellent. 2 more. Inhaling. Arms come up. And then exhaling, circle back through the wrists, arms come all the way down. Lovely. 1 more time. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Excellent. Just release the arms, release the shoulders. Maybe circle the shoulders backwards. Maybe circle the shoulders forwards. And then we're going to take that again, but just focusing on the opposite side. So left hand to the outside of the right knee. And this time the right arm goes over the top. So you've got that crossed arm position, and we're going to take cat and cow pose here. So rock forwards on the sit bones, chest comes forward, gaze goes up. As you exhale, arch the spine. Feel those shoulder blades come apart as you rock back, tuck the chin. Inhale, come all the way forwards, chest open, throat open, gaze goes up. And as you exhale, tuck the chin round through the spine. Nice. 1 more time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Coming all the way up to your seated position. We're taking those eagle arms. So all you're doing from here is just let go of the knees. Bend at the elbows. So your left elbow is underneath, right elbow is on top. And then see if you can wrap the wrists around each other. See if you can reach the fingertips away from you. I'm just showing you from the front. But I'll rotate round to the side. Always got that option to take hold of the shoulder blades, pulling them apart. And we're breathing. If your palms are touching, you're gently reaching the fingertips away from you, taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. Unravel, unwind through those arms. Just let the arms come down beside you. And then we're going to do those same arm lifts again, but this time circle the wrists backwards as you start to reach the arms all the way up above the head. And then circle the wrists forwards as the arms start to come all down. Excellent. 2 more times. Circle the wrist backwards as the arms come all the way up. And then circle the wrist forwards as the arms come all the way down. So we're moving with the breath here. 1 last time. Wrist circles backwards, arms come all the way up. And then wrist circles forwards as the arms come all the way down. Excellent. So starting to feel now a little bit warmer in the shoulders, a little bit warmer across the chest. We've done some work into those hips, start to warm up the hamstrings. So just notice, pay attention to how the body is starting to feel. And then we're going to topple forwards to find a tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, fingers are spread nice and wide. Middle finger points towards the top of the mat. From here, we're just going to take some more of those cat and cows, but this time getting full movement through the spine. So as you inhale, belly drops, sit bones go up, gaze goes up towards the top of the space that you're practicing in. And then exhale, push down through the hands, the knees, the feet, tuck the chin, suck the belly button in. Take 2 more, inhaling, belly drops, sit bones go up, gaze goes up. And then exhaling, reverse. Lovely. 1 last time. Think about the shoulder blades coming together as the chest dips. And then the shoulder blades coming apart as you arch through that spine like an angry cat. Coming all the way back to neutral. We're taking the knees wide, pushing the bum back towards the heels, reaching those arms all the way forwards, taking a child's pose. So you can start to feel this stretching and lengthening through the arms. The hips are reaching back towards the heels. Taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. As you inhale, so walk the hands in towards the body as you keep the chin tucked, rolling up the spine. The head is the last thing to come up. Inhale, take the arms nice and wide. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then inhale, come up onto the knees. Reach the arms up. Take the gaze up. Find a gentle back bend. And then exhaling. Keep long in the spine as you push the bum back towards the heels. Reach the arms forwards. Find your child's pose again. Lovely. So you can stay here in your child's pose, or you could start to walk the hands over to the right corner of the mat. Maybe the left hand comes on top of the right hand, pushing the hips towards the heels. Feeling a stretch down the left side of the torso. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. We're going to walk the hands back in towards the body. Roll up nice and steady, nice and slowly through the spine. Head is the last thing to come up. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through those shoulder blades. Squeeze as tightly as you can. And then next inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Gaze goes up. Find a gentle back bend. And then exhaling, hips to the heels, reaching the arms forwards, lengthen through the spine, take child's pose again. Excellent. Walking the hands over towards the left-hand side of the mat here. So the hips are reaching back, the fingertips reaching away, and then maybe right hand comes to rest on top of left hand. Nice. Taking 1 more deep inhale. And 1 more deep exhale. Lovely. Walking the hands all the way back to center. And start to walk the hands back in towards the body, rolling up through the spine. You know what's coming. Inhale, take the arms wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push that chest forward, squeeze, 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 really engage through those shoulders. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, come into your back bend. And then this time, bring the hands to the hips and just shuffle the knees in so that they're in line with your hips. Step forward with the right foot. Right knee stacked above the right ankle. And then start to lower the hips down towards the mat. So if you find that your knee wants to go past the ankle like this, wiggle your foot further forward until you can get the knee stacked above the ankle. You can keep the hands on the hips, or you can bring the hands to rest on your right thigh. As you sink those hips down towards the mat, start to let go, relax, release any tension across those hips. As you breathe, taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. Stepping that right knee back to meet the left, so you're high up on those knees. We'll do the same thing on the left-hand side. Step forward on the left foot, left knee in line with the left ankle, hands to the hips, or you can bring the hands to as you sink those hips down towards the mat. Breathing here, shoulders relaxed, face relaxed. Maybe notice where tension starts to creep in the body for you, because a lot of the time, you start to fall into those little habits. So maybe you're squeezing your teeth closed shut. Maybe you're screwing up through the forehead. Maybe you're pushing the tongue up to the roof of the mouth. We've got one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, just see if you can release those extra points of tension that you can let go of. And just push the hips back towards the heels, step the left knee back in line with the right. And then we're going to bring the hands back down to the mat. This time, tuck the toes under, push back, find a downward facing dog. So in your down dog, you want to have a long spine and you can have bent knees. Here's the thing that a lot of people do. They straighten their legs, but they haven't got the capacity in their hamstrings to have straight legs in this position. So they start to round forwards with the upper body and it feels really intense on the arms. So instead, bend the knees and then you can push the bum back and lengthen the spine. Excellent. So while we're here, you might want to pedal out through the legs, just deeply bending one leg and then the other, taking the gaze under opposite armpits. Excellent. Finding stillness. Maybe you can start to think about straightening the legs, but don't round through the back. And then we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Stay low. Have a bend in your knees, belly touching your thighs, and then take hold of opposite elbows. Let the head hang heavy. You can sway a little left, you can sway a little right. Let go of the shoulders, let go of the neck. Just let any tension start to melt down towards the floor. And then releasing the hands, push down through the feet, start to roll up. One vertebrae at a time, nice and steady, nice and slow. Coming all the way up to standing. Head is the very last thing. And then when we get here, we're going to step our feet together and take a Tadasana, mountain posture. So try and have feet together. You might want to lift up all of your toes and then try and place them one by one down onto the mat. Squeeze the kneecaps, squeeze the thighs. Tuck your tailbone under, you'll notice the core starts to engage. You can give yourselves a couple of shoulder rolls here. Fingertips start to reach down towards the mat as much as you push the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Tune back in with that breath. Notice how you're feeling. Excellent. Bring the hands to the hips. Step the feet to hip distance. Have a softness in your knees as we come into a forward fold. As you exhale, deep creases into those hip joints as you fold forwards, long, flat back. Get the belly all the way down to the thighs and bend your knees as much as you need to. We're going to bring the hands down to the mat. Flip the palms so they face up. Slide the hands all the way underneath the feet. So far that if you wiggled your toes, you'd massage your wrists. As you inhale, lift to the top of the mat. As you exhale, push down on your hands through the balls of the feet. Elbows pull out to the sides of the mat. Head starts to reach down towards the floor. Belly is still touching those thighs. And we're starting to slowly, slowly, slowly release into the hamstrings. Taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. Sliding the hands out from underneath the feet. Bring the hands back up to the hips. Push down through the feet. Keep the spine long as you come all the way back up to standing. Excellent. Stay here with the feet at hip distance. Inhale the arms up parallel to the floor. Reach the fingertips forward. Shoulders relax. As you exhale, bend into the knees. Start to sink the hips down low. You should be able to see the toes pointing past the knees when you look down. And you want to avoid sticking out through the tailbone. Maybe tuck the tailbone under. See if you can sink the hips down even lower. Excellent. Nice. Push down through the feet. Come all the way up to standing. Keep the arms exactly where they are. We're going onto the ball of the feet. Option to bend the knees, start to slide the back down an imaginary wall behind you. Keep breathing. Stop as soon as the heels start to drop. Hold here for 2 breaths. Excellent. Push down through the balls of the feet, come all the way up to standing. And then replace the heels, replace the hands, step the feet together and breathe. Lovely. We're going to come into our tree pose. So this is another posture, just like we did there on our tiptoes. And to help with our balance, if you focus on one point, a little ahead of you on the floor, one thing that isn't moving, that will help keep your focus, keep your balance. So I'll mirror you. We're going to start with the right foot coming to the side of the ankle and the floor, or might come to the inner shin or the inner thigh. Once you've got that position, you're tucking the tailbone under, hands come to prayer at the heart center, shoulders relaxed, neck is long. Crown of the head is pushing up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. Taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. Releasing the foot, releasing the hands. Take a moment in stillness. And then we'll rebuild the posture on the opposite side. So the left foot comes to the side of the ankle and the floor, the inner shin or the inner thigh. Tucking the tailbone under, hands come to prayer at the heart center, shoulders are relaxed, neck is long. Keep that focus on one thing that isn't moving. And breathing nice and deeply in and out through the nose. Excellent. 2 more breaths. Lovely. Release the foot, release the hands. Awesome stillness, awesome focus. Just find your Tadasana, this mountain posture, and breathe. Excellent. Stepping to the top of the mat. We're going to step the feet wide to the width of the mat and turn the toes out so they're on a 45-degree angle. So I'm just going to turn and show you this one from the front. Bring the hands into prayer at the heart center. We're coming down into our deep yogi squat. So as you exhale, start to bend, start to let the hips sink down towards the mat. And stop as soon as your heels want to start to lift. Here, you might be able to get the elbows to the insides of the knees, and you might be able to start to sink those hips all the way down towards the mat. Keeping the spine long, the chest open, the neck is long. Try and keep rolling onto the outside edge of your foot so they're not rolling in towards the middle. And breathe. Relax. It takes a little while to work into our hips because we do so much in our life with our hips moving forwards and backwards. We forget to open them out. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Excellent. Releasing the hands down, just walk the hands forwards, come back into your tabletop position. Breathing here. Nice. A little bit more work into the shoulders and the upper arms. We're keeping the hips stacked above the knees. And then this time, walk the hands forwards, lower the forehead, the chest down towards the mat. Excellent. If this feels too much, you can keep the head lifted or you can walk the hands in a little bit. So the aim is to find a stretch across the top of the arms into the shoulders. The hips stay stacked above the knees. Let that chest sink all the way down towards the floor. Excellent. If you want to take it a bit deeper, you can bend into the elbows. Hands come into prayer, prayer to the back of the head. So this really intensifies the stretch on the triceps. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Excellent. Release the hand and then walk the hands back in towards the body, finding your way back up to that tabletop position. And any movement here that you want to do, you can wiggle through the side body, you can do cat and cow. Maybe circle into the hips, one way and then the other. And then just find your way back to stillness. We're coming into another balance. So push down through the left hand, uncurl the right fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. So the temptation here is to let the hips swing out towards the side. Really suck your belly button in so your hips stay in line with those knees. Excellent. Take one more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. Nice. So we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left, and the right ear is going to come all the way to the floor. So I just turn around so you can see. Right ear is on the floor, right shoulder is on the floor. You can stay here. Option, bring the left arm all the way around the lower back, hold on to the top of the right thigh. You can stay here. Option, extend the left leg out behind you. To make it even more of a balance, just lift the left foot a couple of inches off the floor. Keep sucking the belly in. Keep opening through the chest. Take 2 more breaths. Excellent. Replace the foot down, replace the knee, unravel the arm, push down through that left hand, reaching the right fingertips all the way up towards the sky. And then right hand comes back down to the mat, finding yourself in tabletop. Lovely. Breathing here. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Inhale, left fingertips now reaching up. Keep those hips in line with your knees, pushing down through the right hand, stacking the left hand on top of left shoulder, on top of right shoulder, on top of right hand. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, left ear to the mat. Use your right hand to twist and open through the chest. You can stay here. You can bring the right arm all the way around the lower back, taking hold of the top of the left thigh. You can stay here or extend the right leg away from you. Maybe letting the toes just float away from the mat. Breathing here, sucking the belly button in. You've got it. One more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. Nice. Replacing the knee, unraveling through the arms. Push the right hand down, the left arm reaches up. Finish as strong as we started. The left hand comes all the way down to find your tabletop. Breathing here. Excellent. One last time, we're going to take the knees wide, big toes, touch, push back into your child's pose. Reach the arms out in front of you, but this time, flip the palms up so the palms are facing up towards the ceiling. And just notice how this starts to open up into those shoulders and the upper arms. Just taking 2 more breaths. And then flip the palms down, start to walk the hands in towards the body as you roll all the way back up. Excellent. Slide the legs out from underneath you. Have a bend in the knees, soles of the feet to the floor, and just start to roll all the way back down. Take a moment here of stillness with the whole spine connected to the mat. Pushing down through the feet. Lovely. We're just going to do a little bit more movement with the breath. We're going to take bridge roll-ups. So just check that you can touch the back of the heels with your fingertips. And then try and keep the head and the neck completely still as we move through this posture so that you're not doing any potential damage to the spine. We're pushing down through the feet, starting to lift up through the hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, chest, all the way up towards the chin. And then rolling all the way back down, upper back, middle back, lower back, hips. Do that 2 more times, just moving with the rhythm of your breath. Excellent. One last time. Lovely. Really nice. Just like we did right at the beginning of the class. We're going to let the knees drop over towards the left-hand side. And we're going to reach the right fingertips away from us. Let the gaze follow. We're just holding here in our twist. You have the option to bring the right knee all the way on top of the left knee and maybe bring the knees up in line with the hip. You could stay with them exactly as they are. And we're just taking 5 breaths here. Excellent. Bringing those knees all the way back to center. Just take a breath here, feet are hip distance. And as you exhale, knees drop over to the right, gaze goes to the left. So you can stay working here, or you could bring the left knee on top of the right. Option to bring the knees all the way around in line with those hips, whatever's working best for you. Finding that twist into the left side of your torso. Breathing here. And then inhaling, slowly bringing everything back up to center, the knees, the head. Taking any final fidgets or movements you need to take here before we come into the final posture of the practice. Extending the legs away from you, coming into your well-earned Shavasana. You have been stretching and strengthening through your whole body. Getting all that mobility, movement, fluidity back into your body, which might have been a little bit more stationary than you would have liked. You're helping everything within your body circulate better, more efficiently. And you've worked so hard to find complete stillness here. There is nothing left to do but breathe for these final few moments of relaxation. Starting to think about taking a slightly deeper, longer inhale through the nose and a longer exhale. As you inhale, literally inspire life back into your bodies as you wiggle your fingers and your toes. As you exhale, rotate through the wrists and the ankles. On an inhale, let the arms come all the way up above the head. You're in a full body stretch. And then release the arms all the way down beside the body, just rolling over onto your right hand side. Using your left hand to slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Maybe closing out the eyes just to notice how you're feeling. Compare the energy that you have now versus that energy you had when you came to the mat right at the beginning of the practice. And take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And let it all out through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling out the mouth. Last time. Once again, thank you so much for finding time in your day to practice, to dedicate to you, your body, your breath, your mat. Awesome work. Really well done. And have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste. So just a little reminder that we have got our next Westside Wellbeing next week at 1 o'clock. Hopefully no technical issues at the beginning. It's Tabata with Jamie, and that's going to be our last one before Christmas, but all of the videos will be available on the YouTube channel for you, so you can access them whenever you need to. And then we'll be starting off again in January. Take care, guys. Bye.